Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading was a suggestion of one of you guys, so thank you very much for that. And today it's all about your future spouse or your future partner and why you will choose them. And yeah, as always, my dear, I have 3 pals that you can choose from, and today it's only card, no crystal. So this is pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is gonna be pal 3. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And if you're interested or you're just curious when it comes to a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, you can of course feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, why will you choose your future spouse? Now my dear, I would first like to start with 1 or 2 oracle cards to dive into the energy of your future spouse, and then later on we will get you guys a little bit more tarot. So let's start. For my dear pile 1, let's see. For my dear pile 1, why will you choose your future partner? Why will you choose them and not someone else? Let's see. 1 more shuffle. All right, that's enough. Oops. Okay, now we have it. So, for my dear pile 1, why will you choose them? Okay, 1 card came through. The first card we have is the slave archetype, which says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Wow. Okay. 1 more card. It's funny how this is like so powerful, but first maybe seeing this word like of slave, obviously a lot of people will have some kind of negative connotation with it, but the explanation is like, in fact, complete power, because it takes a lot of empowerment to completely trust something outside of us, especially the divine. It's actually something where there is a lot of belief, a lot of power of belief to really do that. And the next card we have is the seeker archetype, which says thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Okay, that's beautiful. Look actually how similar the colors are, like they really look good together here. All right, so my dear pile 1, why will you choose your future partner and not someone else? Now, first of all, I just wanted to say that, like, nothing to do with the reading here with the cards, but I already am feeling like a burst of excitement, and I feel like I'm almost getting like your energy coming through here. Maybe this is the way you will feel when you are with this person, but I just feel like a lot of excitement. Some of you guys are literally feeling that way right now, and I'm just like tuning into your energy right now, but I'm just feeling it. I feel like someone is very, very excited. Maybe they're looking forward to something, or it's the reading they're very excited for, or this person. But I just wanted to share that because it's coming through very like dominating here. Okay, let's go back to the cards. So what I'm feeling here, first of all, very, very strongly, and it's this card here, because it's the energy of the card, right? There is this element of trust, and, or as this card would say, complete trust. And I feel like one reason why you will choose your future partner is because you have exactly that. You trust this person a lot. And you know, what I just heard was this person doesn't give you a reason to not trust them. Because very often the reason why we may have trust issues, right, is because of experiences we went through with other people who, yeah, gave us a reason to not trust ever again, unfortunately. But what I really feel like for you here is that this person is gonna really give you this feeling of safety. And when I say that, on multiple levels, first of all, I feel like this feeling of safety comes from the place of feeling like you can be you, and this person will not judge you. They will not like jump on you, you know, if you say something like wrong or something that's not something, you know, they also believe in. It's like you're really gonna feel secure enough and safe enough to be you. And this is something which maybe, or just in general, I feel like obviously everyone really values, right? So the safety to be you is one thing here. But another element of the safety is really that you will feel safe with them in the case that, especially for those of you guys who may have at times seen negative emotions or negative behaviors from other people, maybe even past partners, or just in general, it could even be like people you grew up with. You're gonna feel like home with them. And I feel like this is something which is a very big statement, because it takes a lot to really feel like we can create this beautiful environment with someone. But once again, the safety element in here is really, really big. And it's really interesting because these two colors, I was about to say it, but I didn't then. They really remind me of the element of earth, right? Of the earth element here. Maybe some of you guys have earth in their chart. Maybe this person has, you know, but regardless of that, it's really the secure energy that I'm talking about, this grounding energy here. I feel like this is like a huge, huge, huge part of your relationship here, and definitely why it's gonna be so easy for you to trust this person, especially, my dear, if you have trust issues. This may be a learning experience for you. You may really get challenged because all of the sudden, or not really all of the sudden, because it's not like you sleep and the next morning you know, you come to this like revelation. It's really through knowing, like through getting to know this person, who they are, and how wonderful their energy is, how matching it is to you. You're gonna really get this impression, and just in general, who they are, their personality, and their authentic self. It's really easy for you, okay? Easy, I'm saying here, easy for you to trust them in the comparison of maybe other people, like how difficult it is for you to open up to them. All right, so that's definitely one reason why you are gonna choose them. I feel like this trust element is not only that, it's also loyalty, being faithful. Maybe some of you guys have bad history regarding betrayals. Doesn't have to be only romantically, can also be like platonic wise, you know, maybe a friendship which didn't really end well, someone stabbed you in the back, could be anyone really. But just, it's really important for you to find people who you can not only laugh with or have a good time with, but people who you know will be loyal to you, who will have your back. When someone says something behind your back, they will come and tell you, or they will defend you, right? it doesn't matter how this loyalty shows itself. That's only an example here. Also, just in general, when we talk about romantic, faithfulness and so on, knowing that the other person will not cheat, right? It can also go as far as that. But this person will have loyalty qualities to them. And I feel like this is something that you, my dear pile one, will really, really much appreciate. Because you yourself, I feel like you yourself are a very loyal person. Like, if you commit to someone, or it can even once again be friendships. If you have a best friend, like, you do everything for them, like in a very positive way, not in a like being taken advantage. That's not what I mean. But like, they can really count on you. And if someone is against them, like, as let's say as an example, against your best friend, they also have to yeah, be prepared to have a war with you, like this kind of energy, right? So you are really, really loyal, and you really need an equal here. And with surrendering being here, I really feel like you're gonna find in this person someone that you can finally give your all to, because you are indeed someone who I feel like loves really, really big. Like, you don't just do it halfway, you go all the way in. And when you love someone, you just give your all. And maybe in the past, you met people who weren't really worthy of your love. And when I say worthy, once again, I don't mean like someone is better than someone else, because that's not the case. We're all equals, but they weren't worthy of your love because they didn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Okay? Maybe it was only about giving, 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 but never receiving. So with this person, you will feel like it's an energy exchange. It's a fair energy exchange here. Yeah. I also feel like this person's really gonna respect, okay, is another thing here, you and your choices very, very much. So maybe someone watching this, respect is also a key element. I feel like we have three things here coming through. We have trust, we have loyalty, and respect. These three elements that you will find in your future spouse. And it's kind of like the Trinity, you know? And for you, this will be very, very crucial, and a big reason why you will say yes to this person. And as I was saying, another thing you will really love about them is the fact that they respect you and the choices you make for yourself. You will feel the freedom to do so. You won't feel like they're trying to take your power away, or they're trying to mold you into, whatever they want you to be. No, you have this freedom of choice, which of course, I mean, duh, like, it has to be in a healthy relationship. Like, it's non-negotiable, right, that we can choose for ourselves. But unfortunately, not everyone is in a relationship in which they have this. So for you guys, I see choice being very important and present. Now, this is all that card here. Let us go towards the other pile. Not pile, the other card. Like, we're already 12 minutes in, and like all the messages were only about this card. Yeah. Now let's go to the Seeker card. I also feel like your partner, they may be very knowledgeable, but I feel like knowledgeable, not like perhaps book smart. I mean, of course they can be, right? But the more so energy that I'm receiving, and it's like the crucial energy of this card, is through experience. Being knowledgeable and wise through experiences that we have made in life. Literally being the seeker at one point, and always wanting to learn and always wanting to go beyond. That's really what I'm feeling here for you, my dear Palawan. That there is a lot that your future spouse is going to share with you about things they know, but it comes maybe from different travels they have gone, or they have done, I'm sorry, or from different people that they have met. They just have a lot to share. I feel like this person is almost like a storyteller from their life. There is a lot to say, and it's gonna be so soothing and so nurturing for you to listen to them. I feel like the throat chakra for you guys, like, it's gonna be very nurturing for every, like, one of you guys to just share and to speak up for yourself, whether it's through choices you want to do to go with your truth, and honestly going about your life and not having a partner who's trying to get into your way and your decisions for yourself. But it's also having a partner who we love to listen to and we can learn from. And I feel like their voice, there could even be something about their voice, very nurturing, very beautiful to listen to. Maybe even a little bit like arousing for some, okay, attractive. But I just hear you're gonna love listening to them, whether it's because of their voice or because of the things they have to say, because of the stories, or of course both. I mean, why not both, right? But that's what I'm seeing here for now. All right, I feel like we have like enough when it comes to these two cards. Now let's us dive a little bit into the tarot aspect here. For my dear pile 1. Okay, I'm actually hearing that for you guys, I should not get out 8 cards, but less. Let's see. For my dear pile 1, why will you choose your future partner? Let's go in. Oops, okay. Okay, the first card we have is the 7 of Wands. The 5 of Cups. Yeah. Why will pile 1 choose their future partner? Yeah, the Ace of Swords. That's like literally the last card, like the last message that I just gave with like voice and honesty and going after your truth. I feel like it really is complementing here the Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords for me is really the card of the throat chakra. So let's see. For my dear pile 1, we have the 5 of Swords here, and one more card. Why will pile 1 choose their future partner? Okay, we have one card turning around. Let me make sure you can see all the cards, my dear. All right. Okay. This one as well. At the back of the deck, let's see. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, you see, the Page of Swords, Swords, not Page of Swords. Swords in this reading, in this card deck here in particular, are voices, okay? So everything you see with voices are swords. So that's the Ace of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the Page of Swords, right? And the fact that this card deck is called Voices takes me back to the message that I told you guys about. I feel like with you guys, there is so much talking, so much conversations, deep conversations, Your future partner will be someone that you will pour your heart out in front through you expressing yourself, through your voice, through communication. And you will feel so safe doing that, because a lot of people restrict themselves from sharing so much, right? Because I mean, the more you share, the more maybe vulnerable you make yourself. And at one point in like your life, maybe you have experienced that you've said too much or people have taken advantage of you. And once again, with your future partner, that's not going to be the case. You're going to have the freedom to freely express yourself. The Fool card here as well. You know, like, my dear, when we sometimes talk to people, like, let's say we have a conversation with someone we love, which may even go on for hours. And after this conversation, we don't feel drained, but we feel uplifted. We feel lighter. That's something I'm seeing here with your future spouse. You're gonna feel airy. Just the same way this girl is almost like floating, like her legs are not meeting the ground. She's like above the ground, and it's kind of like, yeah, she's just flowing in the air a little bit. I don't know if you can quite see it here. I feel like you're gonna have a very similar sensation here with your future spouse as well through talking with them. Maybe you're even gonna feel like in another dimension, like you may completely forget the world and you're just in your own small bubble, in your own little world. And I feel like you and your future spouse also are gonna be talking about so many things. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a mundane type of topic or something which is like so much out there. And especially for those of you guys who may be interested in a lot of unconventional things, you may be interested in things that a lot of people um, judge you for, or you may feel like you can't really talk about a lot of people with it. With your future spouse, you can, and it's gonna be very freeing. It's kind of like making space for yourself, right? Look at that. We have all the darkness here, and she, with her hands, like she's almost pushing this darkness away so she can allow more light into it. You see that? That's her arms, which are pushing, right? Um, to give her more space. And I feel like it's the same with you. You may sometimes wear a mask because, well, maybe you have to be a certain way in like your work environment, right? You may not be able to talk about all the different things that you're interested in, or you really are, maybe even your authentic self. Maybe for some of you guys, you even have to pretend a little bit to be a certain way, right? Just to yeah, be accepted, let's say, in the work environment, to play the game, kind of. And that's one thing. But then coming back at home, um, you can just be you, and you can allow your light to shine through and be you. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people value with their heart, and it's something that you can't buy. You can buy a lot of things, but you can't buy true authenticity and a true connection. And yeah, that's something I'm seeing here. Another thing, or another reason, let's put it that way, you're gonna choose your future spouse, is that your future spouse is not gonna judge you for maybe going through bad times. Now, I know this sounds really weird. Like, why would we be judged because we are having a bad time? But a lot of people who are, or who find themselves at a very dark place in their life, they're very sad, they're very depressed, they just are stuck, okay? They feel some kind of a ashamed emotion because they feel like they can't show that to others, they can't be vulnerable. And we actually see this in a lot of cultures, even because in a lot of cultures, let's say, depression is still a taboo, unfortunately, and it's something that you don't really share. You pretend as if, as an example, you don't have it, right? You always have to be happy and pretending, putting on a mask, and having a bad day is something you just suck. And Like you just suck it up and that's it. Maybe for some of you guys, you at one point in your life, you felt stuck and you felt like you couldn't share this with others. You couldn't share the pain that you were carrying with yourself, that you were carrying in your heart. And it was maybe one of the most difficult things to do. Now, as I was saying, with your future spouse, it doesn't matter where you are in life, you can voice it. You can say it. You can share it. And you can count on them. They won't judge you. They won't laugh at you. They won't mistreat you for feeling a certain type, like feeling a certain way, feeling sad or not at your best. And in fact, they are the kind of person who will then try to uplift you, to bring you back towards your power, to empower you, kind of. Let's say you've had a very bad day at work, you have some colleagues around who really drain you, and it's just very difficult for you. What they will do is they will empower you to stand your ground, to not allow them to, let's say, step all over you, but really show them that you are an equal. It's a very, like with the Chariot card being here, it's a very empowering energy here, because the Chariot card is the champion archetype, right? It's the also one victory card in the tarot. So they will help you and empower you to come out of maybe tough situations as the one who is winning, okay? That's another thing. Yeah. That's actually all I have for you, my dear pal one. That was a really beautiful reading. And you know what? Sometimes it really depends on what kind of reading it is, how long it is, if it's a candle wax reading or if it's a tarot reading, because candle wax readings are like they are much more draining. But sometimes when I do a reading, I may feel like nothing at all afterwards, very neutral. Other times I'll feel very drained, and other times I feel very like uplifted, very like full of energy, as if I just got energy sent towards me, and yeah, a burst of energy kind of. And with you guys, it's exactly that. I feel like a burst of energy just came into me, and it feels great to read for you. And I just feel like a lot of energy right now. And I feel like it's exactly what I was talking about, the same sensation that you may feel when you have these conversations with them, like even for hours. It won't drain you. It will make you feel very, very good and energized. And that's exactly what I have here with your reading as well. But yeah, so my dear pile one, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And if there is something you would like to share, definitely don't hold back and feel free to share it with us. My dear, if you haven't so far, also feel free to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not get a notification when I upload a new video for you guys or a new reading. Also, my dear, once again, if you're interested or you're just curious when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can definitely feel free to email me and I will give you further information regarding one. Also, my dear, if you would like to connect with me even more on Instagram, my Instagram account is found in the description box, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal one, I'm sending you much love and much, much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, why will you choose your future partner? Now, my dear, let's start straight away. First of all, I will get you 2 oracle cards, and then we will dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more tarot. So let's see. For my dear pal 2, Why will you choose your future partner or your future spouse? Why not someone else? What do you see in them? Let's see. For my dear pal 2, why will you choose your future partner? Okay, that's enough. So let's see, my dear. Oops. Okay, we have a lot of cards coming through. So the first card we have is the Visionary. I'm gonna take all of them. We have more cards, like one more card for you, my dear. We also have the Trickster and we have the Alchemist, so 3 cards for you. Let me make sure you can see them. Okay. The first thing I'm seeing here, my dear pal 2, is that with the Visionary card being here, there's one sentence, or better to say, the end of one sentence that's really striking me right now. And it's without regard for personal gain. And I instantly heard selflessness. I really feel like your future partner has a beautiful trait that maybe you haven't seen very often throughout your lifetime because you just didn't come across, these kind of people. And it's that your future partner gives without any condition, or they give without expecting anything out of it. Very often people just do something, or they just give something so they want something back, right? As an example, there are people who go into relationships to get something out of it, maybe just the physical part of it, or there are people who do something for someone because they're hoping to get something in return, something specific. So there's always this, okay, I'm gonna give that, but I need this back. And with your future partner being here, in many ways, when your future partner approaches something, they're not thinking about what they can get out of it, but they're really just seeing the thing as it is. It's all about the act of helping, about the act of giving instead of receiving. And your future partner is someone who has this kindness like in their heart, okay? You see this white here? The white color for me is a very gentle color. It's also a symbol of purity and of a certain innocence, of course. And I just feel like this is kind of like the symbol for the heart space that they have. And I see that your future partner, they're always willing to help. When they see someone in some kind of need, okay, it doesn't matter. This person, they don't have to be a relative or a loved one or, a friend. This person wants to help because this is someone who's very empathic, someone who puts themselves into the shoes of the other person, who really understands the emotions of other people. They can really, feel it, okay? Someone, like, they are definitely very, very sensitive and gifted. This person, they are gifted when it comes to sensing energies. And I feel like because they're so exposed to so many energies, they are very cautious, no, not cautious, conscious, okay, when it comes to other people and their emotions as well. So when they see a stranger somewhere needing help, this person goes and helps them. It can be someone they've never met in life. It doesn't even matter. If they think they can help, they will do it. And I feel like this person is a great example for a lot of people because they show that being kind is free. So why don't we do this more often? It doesn't take anything from us to, let's say, smile to someone, like very, very, something very, very simple now, right? Just smiling to someone can really brighten up someone else's life. And I feel like this is the kind of mentality that this person has, but of course in different other scenarios here. And I feel like you're gonna experience certain situations with them in which you will see that. You will see how kind and incredible, I'm hearing once again selfless, and how incredibly selfless this person is when it comes to other people. But I don't feel like in a toxic way. Not in a way that they will completely lose themselves and sacrifice themselves for others. That's like a very toxic and self-destructive way. That's not what I mean. It's in a very healthy way actually. They want to be good and they want to help just for the sake of it, not so they have, a plus point to, like, when it comes to someone, or someone may be in their depth or something like that. No. Okay. And I feel like this is a trait that will be a key, okay, a key to you and your future spouse, like something you will find incredibly special about them. Because I don't feel like you have come across a lot of people like that. Maybe you were, if some of you guys have already been in relationships, you've been with people who always wanted to take, and even if they gave something, there had to be a return of something else. And of course, I mean, that's actually something really good, right? I mean, giving and taking is something very, very healthy. But I feel like you have come across people who always wanted just to take from you. And when I say this person loves to give, it's not like they don't want to receive. I mean, of course, it's also about receiving when it comes to them, but they don't think about the receiving end immediately. For them, it's just first about doing the good gesture, right? And if something good comes towards them afterwards, that's great. But they're not just doing it because they can get something out of it. That's what I mean here. And another thing you need to know, you need to know about your future partner here is that I feel like they're also very generous, okay? So when this person has the resources, or when they are in the situation in which they can share, they will share. This is not someone who's greedy or someone who just wants to keep it all for themselves. No. They love to share with their loved ones, but even like with other people, okay? Just in general. I feel like you will see it in a lot of situations that for them, the more we share, the more good energy we can share with others, and maybe the more hearts we can touch, or maybe the more people we can give a better day to. Like, it's all about doing the small things that may lighten someone's mood. This is who they are. Definitely a trait that maybe some people don't really come across that often, unfortunately, but I feel like that's just what I'm seeing here. Another thing about your future partner here is that I feel like there are a lot of unpredictable elements to them, which for you is going to be very, very exciting. Because maybe you, for some time, have been stuck with people who were kind of almost the same. Maybe their day-to-day life was always like the same copy, or there was no excitement. Like, it was really boring, nothing thrilling or nothing impressive, I'm hearing. With this person being in your life, I feel like they're gonna bring out a lot of unpredictiveness, or a lot of spontaneous things into your life, okay? So as an example, you may just have a normal day at work and you come back, you think you're just gonna, be at home and then end the night, but they want to spontaneously go with you to a restaurant that you've never been to. Or You may think that, you know, the week is just going to be like every other week, but all of a sudden on a weekend, they will surprise you with a short trip, or you will do something that you wanted to do for a very long time. You know, it's all about these small surprises that make the relationship, or that make life every now and then very exciting. And that's something I'm seeing here. And I feel like this is something you really appreciate and you really like in maybe a partner. The surprise element. Let me see. Yeah. I feel like also talking about compromising, I mean, relationships are to an extent really that. I mean, we need to also compromise. We need to find a middle point, right? So both people's needs can be, can be reached, and people like both of the partners can see eye to eye. So compromise is important. That's a part of every relationship. But I feel like this person is gonna give you a lot of space when it comes to that. Maybe in the past, when it came to, doesn't even matter what kind of relationship it is, could be friendships or could be even romantically. Of course, there was also to an extent compromising, but you always felt like you were compromising more than the other person. That's not the case here. You're gonna feel the freedom and you're gonna get a lot of fair energy. I feel like this is a very fair relationship. Yeah, very fair here. Let me get some more, not oracle cards, tarot cards. Let's see. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the topic from my dear pal 2. Why will you choose your future partner? For my dear pal 2, why will you choose your future partner? Okay, so let's see. Why will you choose them? Why will you choose them? Okay, the first card we have is the Seven of Wands here. All right. Ooh, we have the Devil. Let's see what this is about. We have the Seven of Cups, the World card. All right. The Fool card. For my dear pal 2, look at that, the Devil with the Five of Wands here. What a combination. For my dear pal 2, why will you choose your future partner? The Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. At the back of the deck card, we have the Moon. Yeah, I feel like the Moon card is a little bit reminding me of this unpredictable behavior, or this unpredictableness. Is that even a word in English? Like, you guys, English is not my first language, okay? So, yeah, this unpredictable energy that's around your future spouse. The Moon card gave me, once again, almost the impression here, because the Moon card is about hiddenness and about secrecy, and something being in the background, right? And I feel like very often your future spouse may have certain thoughts or ideas, but they will not immediately share it with you because they want to surprise you with it. So they may, for some time, think about taking you on a trip, but they will keep it a secret, and then they will all of a sudden just, tell it and surprise you with it. I feel like there's this thrill here for some reason. I just feel like this person loves to surprise others because they love the excitement that comes with it for themselves, like waiting and waiting till the right time to say it, but at the same time for the person who gets surprised, right? And their reaction. I feel like they really, really love that. Yeah, they love to give hard felt surprises, okay? That's something I'm seeing here. Now, coming back, talking about your future spouse and, oops, I'm sorry, and why they will choose, I'm not, no, why you will choose them. But that's interesting because I also got why they will choose you. So let me first start with that because, yeah, that's not what the reading is about. Actually, if you're interested in it, let me know, and I will also make a reading on why they will choose you. But we already have one message coming through here when it comes to why they want you as their partner. And the first thing I'm seeing here is that I feel like you guys, when it comes to the future and the vision and the plans and goals that you guys have and you guys seek when it comes to your future is very, very similar. So this is for both of you guys. This is why you choose them and this is why they choose you, because your futures, they're really, really match. You know, as an example, maybe you one day would like to live somewhere at, like in nature at the countryside and have a big house and, you know, have kids and do this and that, and it's kind of matching. Or for others, maybe you would like to be in a big city and like live the city life and maybe don't have any children and do this or that. It's all about like I'm getting matching energy here. These were just examples, of course, okay? So go with your individual, yeah, wishes for the future. But what I'm feeling here with the Two of Wands being here, you see eye to eye, you know, you see into the future, and what you're seeing is very, very compatible. So that's something I'm seeing here for you guys, first of all, why you will choose each other. Another thing, I feel like you guys are very protective of this connection. And this is something that both of you guys very value, because maybe both of you guys are very private people. Like you really, like your privacy is the most important thing for you. You really value it. And you see your partner doing the same. So you feel very safe with them when it comes to that. And I feel like there is a reason here with the Five of Wands and the Devil card being here. You know, maybe you or your future partner, you may have encountered people who were, yeah, just, okay. I just heard, okay, I heard a pain in the beef, if you know what I mean, right? Yeah, so people who have just been a pain, and with the devil energy being here, like literally maybe people who were really negative and two-faced and just not good for you, okay? Not good for you. And you may have been like coming across them, and for some, maybe they even tend to come into your business. They wanted to influence you negatively in your life and so on. And obviously, experiencing these things definitely makes you think twice about what kind of people you want to have in your life and healthy boundaries, right? And keeping your space a little bit maybe more private so not everyone thinks that they have something to say. And I feel like it could be you or your future spouse, but it's really both of you guys, okay? You will not want that to happen, okay? Because as an example, let's say this person had a previous relationship and because of outside influence it broke down or it got manipulated. Like they don't want to go through these things anymore. They don't want to give anyone the allowance or the space to do that. So for them, privacy is to an extent very, very important. It could even be the case, as an example, that one of you is gonna turn their social media account into privacy, or you're not gonna share a lot of things about your relationship, because as long as you guys enjoy it and you know what you have. The world doesn't need to know, as long as you guys nurture it and enjoy it. Not every human being on earth needs to be a part of it. So there's something about this mentality here I'm feeling for you guys. I feel like with the world card being here, it could be the case that, the like Mama Earth here is really striking me. And maybe for some of you guys, you have, like, you come from two different places, or if it's not difference in location, still maybe you guys are not from the same background, or there's something different which is gonna be beautiful, right? I mean, very often in our world, differences is almost sold as something negative, as something that can't work, or something that's in like a disadvantage. But differences can also be something beautiful because they can help us to expand ourselves, to expand our views and, our experiences in life. And I feel like that's something that's gonna be the case for you. Do you see this girl? She has wings. It's kind of like expanding and being ready, to see more and experience more. And I feel like you guys are, through certain differences that you may have, you're gonna feel like you can experience more of life. And for a lot of you guys, it's gonna be a reason why you choose this person, because you're gonna see the beauty of what difference actually means. And you're gonna fall in love with it. So, as an example, if someone is gonna move because of their partner, because they live somewhere else, it's not gonna be something which is, maybe in the beginning, of course, it may be a little bit scary, or, you may think about it a lot because it's a really big step. So, of course, it may be an intimidating step, but you're gonna fall in love with the idea of, like emerging into a different world, or getting to know different sides of life, not only being in your own bubble, but really seeing more, seeing what life has to offer from a different point of view. Maybe not for everyone it has to be the moving aspect. For others it can also just be, if this person, let's say, it has a different upbringing than you, then you will see a different side of life, right? But either way, it's gonna be very beautiful to experience, and it's gonna even, expand your horizon here. And look at that, we have the water here. It's almost like, I see the horizon here, and this girl is going into the water and really emerging and seeing all the different colors and fishes and just beings that are beyond, like, the surface, right? And I feel like this is almost you. With your future spouse, there is a lot to explore, my dear. I feel like they're gonna expose you to a world, or to a lifestyle, to a different view that's gonna give you so much, okay? Not only when it comes to life experiences, but also spiritually speaking. You're gonna learn so much. And speaking of that, I feel like through your future spouse, you're actually gonna go through a certain transformation that's gonna be for the better. Very often we may meet people in our life who have such a good influence on us that they encourage us to become our greatest version, or they help us on that journey. And it's actually so beautiful to meet people who who are like that, who encourage us when it comes to this. And I feel like your future partner is also going to be someone very similar to that. And look at that, we have the devil here, and it's almost like they're a butterfly. Like, do you see those wings? But I don't know why I feel like the wings are broken, right? They have holes. Like, yes, this person has wings, but they're at the same time still caged and stuck. And then we have the girl right here who has those beautiful wings, ready to explore the world, life, and so on. And I almost feel like this is a certain transformation that you're gonna do. You're gonna find your wings and you're gonna almost awaken, okay, to the lust or the desire of experiencing life. That's something I'm seeing here, and that's a really big yes why you are gonna choose your future spouse. Because with them you feel alive. I don't know, this is something I heard. Maybe for some of you guys, you live in a place in which there is not a lot to do. Your whole life has always been the same, nothing exciting. And then through a lot of new experiences that you will make with your future spouse, you will kind of feel awakened to the possibilities that are out there. That's what I'm seeing here for you. And that's a big yes why you will choose them. So, my dear pal 2, this is actually all I have for you. So please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there is something you would like to share, definitely feel free to do so. Also, my dear, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not get a notification and yeah, get to know when I upload a new reading for you guys. Also, my dear, if you're interested or just curious when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is found in the description box, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see. Why will you choose your future partner? What is it about them? Now, my dear, first of all, I will start with some oracle cards, and then later on, we will dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more tarot. So let's see, that's actually enough, I'm feeling. So for my dear pile 3, let's see. Why will you choose your future partner? Okay, we have 2 cards coming through. The first card we have is the Queen archetype, which says radiates the regal? Regal? Is that right pronounced? Oh my goodness. My English today, you guys. I'm just gonna say regal and I hope it's right. Feminine uses her benevolent authority to protect others, and the Don Juan, the second card here. All right. Spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Okay, it's pile 3 here, so you guys are coming through with the spicy energy here. Okay. So, but first of all, let's start small. Why are you gonna choose your future spouse, your future partner, for those of you guys who may not want to get legally married? So what I'm seeing here first is that, okay, we're talking here only energy wise, okay? It doesn't matter what gender you're in, you know, what you prefer. That's not what we're talking about. Tarot is only energy. So when I say feminine energy, I don't mean necessarily a woman. It can also be a man, okay? Just to clarify that. But what I'm seeing here is that with this feminine energy being here, I feel like your future spouse is someone who's very nurturing, someone who has those parental qualities to them. And maybe for some people it just, like, for a second it may sound like, what? Like I'm asking for a spouse or for a partner, not for a parent. But let me explain. There are some qualities that we treasure, okay, in our parents, that we also are looking for when it comes to our partners. As an example, getting nurtured, right? Feeling safe, feeling protected, feeling loved, feeling accepted. These are all qualities that we also want to experience, like not only in our childhood or when it comes to our parents, but also when it comes to a romantic partner. And what I'm seeing here is that your future partner is someone who's gonna have these fatherly or motherly qualities to them. So, what I'm seeing here is that first of all, you're gonna feel very nurtured, okay? You're gonna feel very seen. So, if some of you guys have been in relationships in which you felt like, well, maybe the physical aspect of the relationship was there, like intercourse and so on, but what was like the emotional element wasn't there. You did not feel loved, or you didn't really feel like the other person was showing you or expressing to you, okay, how much they cared about you. You really didn't felt cared for or loved, okay? And of course, I mean, it's not about someone else to take care of us or so on. That's not what I mean, but feeling appreciated, feeling loved is something that everyone in a relationship wants to experience, okay? That's something totally normal. When we are in a romantic partnership, we want to give love and we want to experience this love. And with you guys, what I'm seeing with this person is that they are willing to show that, for them it's very natural. They need to be nurturing to their partner. Maybe for some, this is also someone who wants to be the protector, the provider. Okay, the same way a parent would want to provide, they could be having this as well. But this is the kind of relationship in which they will make you feel loved. All right, they will make you feel so loved here. And this person will not take advantage of the position of being your spouse or partner. That's something I just heard. I don't know why, but for someone knowing, they will not take advantage of that position. They will honor it. Now, let's talk about this here. Okay. I feel like you and your future spouse, first of all, gonna have a very spicy dating phase. Yes, for those of you guys who said and wanted that I record a dating phase reading, I will definitely do this soon, okay? So stay tuned. But speaking of the dating phase here, I feel like with you guys, like just fire, just romance, just experiencing, like each other's like passion. It's gonna be a very fiery journey. And or let me start with that. As an example, I feel like your future spouse, they're gonna be someone who's first of all very romantic. So you may experience love romantic dates or getaways, even like small gestures which are maybe not that much of a deal, but they mean a lot, As an example, let's just say you're coming from work and they have made you your favorite meal, or for others, if this is something you like, they may have bought you flowers. I mean, small gestures for some, but for others, that's a big gesture, right? Someone spending maybe a lot of time and energy into learning your favorite dish, or someone spending a lot of time into getting you something that you really wanted, and also money. So I feel like they're gonna, like, this person's love language is for sure like gift giving or like giving something, okay? And once again, I feel like you guys are gonna do a lot of exciting things together in a very romantic way. It could even be like those very cliche things that you see in movies, you know, like to that extent. As an example, going somewhere and picnicking and then looking at the stars and so on. So very romantic things, and also I don't know why, like things you see in movies. I don't know why, like for some reason this card and the illustration is really giving me this impression. I don't think I have ever received this message in a reading, but hey, there is always a first, right? And another thing, let's talk about the seductive energy being here. Definitely the intimate energy between you guys is gonna be very, very vivid and on display, you know, like it's something you can't deny. Both of you guys are gonna feel like the attraction. And for some of you guys, if this is your cup of tea, if you are willing to be with this person, like physically speaking, from the beginning, then that's definitely something that you guys can do. But for others, if you want to wait, you know, for a certain moment or timing, then of course, right, you go with your own space. I'm sorry, with your own pace and your own timing, but the potential is there, okay? So the desire between you guys is gonna be there from the beginning, but of course, it depends on you guys and yeah, how you want to go about it. But let me tell you, fire, fire, fire. Fire between you guys. And I also like that in the illustration here, I don't know if you can quite see it, but between these two people's faces, there is this small heart. So it's kind of like, yes, there's the fire and the passion all like around them, but still between them, there's this love, okay? So it's not only about let's do freaky stuff with each other, but it's also like, let's experience freaky love with each other, okay? So that's what I'm talking about here. Now let's get you guys some tarot cards, and yeah, let's dive a little bit deeper into the topic and see, for my dear pile 3, why will you choose your future partner? Why will you choose them? For my dear pile 3, why will you choose them? Let's see. Pile 3, why will you choose your future partner? One last shuffle. Why will you choose them? All right, that's enough. For my dear pile 3, let's see. Why will you choose them? Okay, yeah, the first card we have is the Emperor. All right, let's continue. For my dear pile 3, why will you choose them? Okay, the second card we have is the Moon. For my dear pile 3, we have the High Priestess. Why will you choose them? Let's see. Okay, one card turned over. Let me see. Where is it? Ooh, okay. 2 cards, actually. Now look at that. The first card is the Two of Cups. And the next card is the Tower card. For my, oops. Okay, so we also have the Ten of Swords and the Star card. One last card, please. One last card for my dear pile 3. Why will you choose your future partner? All right, and we have the Seven of Cups. At the back of the deck, we got the Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. All right, so for my dear pile 3. All right, so let me start with that. First of all, my dear, what I'm seeing here for you is that with the Ace of Cups being here, the overall energy, I feel like your future partner is going to come into your life at a time in which you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready for this new love. You're going to be ready for meeting someone who could be a potential love interest. And with Cups energy, especially the Ace of Cups energy being the overall energy here, your relationship is gonna be a place where you don't have to hide your emotions away anymore, or you don't have to pretend or not show it all. You know, you have the space in which you can just freely express yourself and freely just pour your heart out, kind of energy here. And I feel like this is something you need, because it's going to be something very healing. This relationship is definitely one, and your partner as well. Very healing emotionally, I'm seeing here, because as an example, you know, very often we may have emotional needs, but because we don't find people who we can actually share those with or be as vulnerable with, it's kind of like we block ourselves. We're hiding away, or we keeping ourselves, we restrain ourselves from expressing all the things we would love to do. And it's kind of like it keeps us away, right? But then we may meet someone who we just feel like we want to give our emotions out, okay? And it's just a uplifting and empowering experience. And I feel like it's the same with your future spouse here. You're gonna feel so emotionally empowered to just be yourself, to freely express your feelings, and yeah, and you're just gonna feel very light. Also, with the Two of Cups being here, I really feel like you guys are gonna create, from the beginning, you're gonna fall in love with each other. It's not like something that's gonna maybe come with time. No, the love is gonna be present, and it's gonna be very clear from the beginning that both of you guys want a relationship. And you're gonna see your future spouse as a potential love interest, like from the beginning. You guys, you're gonna see them as maybe a potential spouse, a potential future partner. It's just, with the High Priestess being here, it's just, you see it the way it is, you know, like your intuition will be on. There is no hiding it away. You see the things, okay? The High Priestess can see all the things that are hidden by the moon, you know, because of her intuition and her insights. And it's the same with you. So you will know from the beginning that this is someone who can be a future partner for you. And I feel like the idea is going to definitely be something that you welcome, because first of all, I feel like your future spouse once again is going to give you the space of freely expressing yourself emotionally. But not only that, with the Emperor being here, the Emperor is actually confirming something that I just said when it comes to the beginning of the reading. I talked about fatherly and motherly qualities, right? And although the King of Pentacles is normally the card which would, as an example, give me the energy of a provider, right now is coming through big time through the Emperor energy here. You know, the same way a partner, I'm sorry, a parent would want to provide for their children. It's this like stability, you know, the stability, like children need to feel the secure and stability coming from their parent, because it's almost like when their parents are stable, they also feel stable going into life and going into the journey of, yeah, growing up, right? And I feel like your future partner is also going to give you a lot of stability, my dear. Okay, that's something I'm seeing here. Not necessarily only financially, but also emotionally, right? The stability to have the freedom and feeling safe enough to express yourself, or even mentally. It's kind of like you can count on them. You can count on your future spouse, because you know they have your back. Okay, especially with the Emperor and the Tower combination being here. If you at times go through a Tower moment, if you feel like there's like something happens which literally shakes you, the ground beneath your feet, with the Emperor being here, they are gonna be the support. They're gonna try to secure you again and support you and hold your hand while you go through that experience, okay? So this is someone who will stick with you, who will stand by you when you go through difficulties, and they will not just, yeah, take the next train and go, right? So this is not only someone who will stay when it comes to the lovingly and positive times, but also when it comes to the more stressing and difficult times that, yes, are a part of life, of course. Another reason why you're going to choose your future partner is that um, being together, you guys will definitely experience some kind of a spiritual revelation. I'm seeing here. You know, sometimes we meet people who are really crucial when it comes to our spiritual growth because they may trigger something, or they may help us go on a certain path that's gonna, yeah, take us to a next level or help us on our journey. And I feel like your future partner is gonna be someone like that. In fact, you guys, it could even be the case that for some of you guys, this is some kind of a soulmate or twin flame journey here, and that being with each other is also gonna give you the experience of a divine counterpart union here, okay? Which, of course, is very, very different from, let's say, a normal connection. And both of you guys are gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that what you have is something special, and you want to hold on to it, you know? That's the kind of energy I'm seeing here. But with the high priestess being here as well, I feel like a lot of you guys are spiritual, and you may be on your spiritual paths or do certain things for your own individual beliefs and so on. And you're gonna acknowledge this, you know, being a spiritual union, and for some, maybe you see a purpose in it, and therefore you see in this person someone that you can fulfill this purpose with. I mean, a lot of different unions happen because, you know, they came here to do something or, you know, to experience something. So it can be the same with you guys for sure here. And I feel like with time, you actually are gonna explore it. Because with the moon card being here, there could be a lot when it comes to your journey with each other, you know? Maybe you guys came here to share something with the world, and with time you will be able to express it and do it in a way you guys feel comfortable with. Yeah, but the reason why you're gonna choose this person, my dear, is it's also this intuitive knowing for sure. You're gonna recognize them for who they are, and you're gonna see the bigger picture. You're not gonna see this person only as a spouse or a partner, but actually someone that you feel called to bring something onto earth, okay? Or create something with. Fulfill some kind of a purpose with. Yeah. Another thing I'm seeing here for you, my dear, pile 3, is that I feel like this person is kind of gonna help you with bringing an end to the previous chapter of your life, especially talking about love here. So if some of you guys have had some endings regarding love, okay, with the 10 of Swords being here, it's almost like closing the door and locking it. Closing the door on things or memories or past experiences which just don't need to be a part of your life anymore. And maybe this person's gonna help you with this somehow. It's kind of like cutting cords or like releasing, okay? releasing so you have more energy for the things that actually matter. And also with the ace being here, look at that. Ace being here, new beginning, and then we have the 10 of swords here, which is the ending. And looking into this energy here, if some of you guys have had previous relationships, I really don't feel like they're gonna be a big deal anymore, because they're just gonna be the past, and all you're gonna focus on is the present with this person here, and the purpose or the thing you feel called towards. So the past energies are almost gonna, yeah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. That's something I'm hearing here. Lose meaning as well. Yeah. This is actually the kind of relationships in which we can grow spiritually a lot, okay? And we can create with the partner something for the long term, which other people can also profit off. So just something for you to know, this relationship has a lot of potential for you guys to create, okay? So of course it depends on your needs or what you feel called to do, but yeah, a lot of potential, a lot of abundance. So you will definitely do something with it, because yeah, it's beautiful. You may help other people on their spiritual path, or other couples. For some, you may want to somehow help humanity or raise the consciousness. For others, it may only just be you guys experiencing love for each other. I mean, you have free will, right? You can do whatever you want. But the potential for big things in your union is definitely there. And I really feel like for some, this is a twin flame journey here. Okay? So my dear pal 3, this is actually all I have for you. So please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there is something you would like to share, definitely feel free to do so. Also, my dear, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or a candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, you can also go there and yeah, follow me. You will find the link in the description box, and I would be happy to connect with you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal 3, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.